Hey there, it's Amy Register back with Greater Than Rubies, and today we are going to be talking about knitting. And yeah, we'll get to that in a second. First of all, I want to thank my new subscribers, lovely ladies and gentlemen. We've got some guys who are subscribing to these videos, and so even though they are primarily for ladies, I'm sure that we can all learn together, and that you guys are not creeping on the girls. So anyway, this first video is actually, I actually got the idea of it this last week in Sabbath school. And for those of you who aren't Adventists, Sabbath school is a real easy concept. It's just Sunday school on Saturday. And so we were talking about what we needed for revival and repentance. And my friend said, yeah, what it would take for me to have true revival and to really reconnect with the Lord is to stop hating myself. He said, I hate myself so badly that there's no room for Jesus to speak to me. And that's crushing. That's really heavy. And so I want to address that, and I want to read some words to you guys that if you're in that situation or know somebody who is, may make an impact. It's one of David's Psalms. So let me read you Psalm 139, verses 13 and the first part of 14. For you formed my inward parts. You covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. So when I read that psalm, and I looked up the word covered because in other versions it says you knit me together in the womb, and covered means to weave. And so the beautiful thing about that verse is that we see a picture of God, not just throwing things together, not just saying, well, I'm going to put some ingredients in the womb and shake it together, but this God considers you a worthy art project. If you've ever seen anyone knitting, you know it can be done quite quickly, but not without significant attention, because you mess up once and the whole pattern's off. And I actually can't knit. This is my brother's work. I think he was making like a tiny hat for our cat or something. I don't know. But I watched him work, and I'm always impressed because the attention to detail he gives the projects that, makes me think that that if our God were doing the same thing, we could consider ourselves an important work of art. And you can almost see Jesus with the knitting needles, knitting and purling until you come out just right. Your uniqueness is so important because nobody can tell stories like you can. Nobody has that particular background, the particular vocabulary, the knowledge stored in your head. The things that make you you, both bad and good, can be used to God's glory to tell the story just the way you can. And so as He knit and wove you together in the womb, He put the time and effort in as needed to make you you. And I think that's important to remember when we're not feeling so important. So my question for your response this week, and those of you who said you would help out, is when is a time when you felt really worthy? When is a time that someone or something treated you so well that you knew that they thought you were knit together by God? And conversely, when's a time when you were treated so poorly that you knew the other person treating you badly had no idea what you're worth? You can comment on this page or send your replies to greaterthanrubies7@gmail.com. Thanks so much, and see you next week.